There we go. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the stream. I don't know what we do today. I know we talked about it. I need to check. What was the project? So I don't know what. Was it NotebookMark? I don't think it was NotebookMark. Because I didn't start CB. What did we? I don't know. Oh, that's big. I can barely see things. Okay, that's better.
Hello, hi. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you? GT? Welcome. So I don't think it was that. Doing well here? Excellent. Well, I can share what I did here. I worked a lot on this project offline, so I could do that. There was a little bit of AI, so we could work on that. But I forgot completely. I know we had a project. I was, oh yeah, that's where, oh, was it CB? Was it the, did we want to work on CB? I don't think so. Completely forgot. We could mess around. We could also play with the N8N components today. That could be cool. We could do that. Or was it the co-author? Could be co-author. Because I did co-author, I did it in Python, but it could be cool to do it in .NET. Could be working on that. Okay, well, let's start the stream with NotebookMark and we'll see. So I need to start, where is my start NotebookMark? Well, just so CB is tracking the stuff. I feel like I'm not in line. And I'm having my second screen. I found out that it doesn't work well, and the settings using USB external monitor for most of it. So that was a special $80 for HDMI. So I have a new HDMI external monitor, so I could use that instead. And now it's just HDMI, so it works. And I have a little speaker thing. So I have now a speaker for the sound of this machine, so I'll be able to, instead of typing, speaking. So that would be better. It'll be faster. It's still messy. Hopefully, I'm missing one cable, so I could move things around, and I think it will be easier that way. But anyway. And one thing also is, I think there was a tool that could help me. If I go on Omarchi, before we go too deep into the stream, let's see if I can quickly fix that. Omarchi. Yeah. What? No. Okay. Not this. Omar. .org. Okay. Manual, and I think there was a tool that I used in the past that could help me. And I'm not sure why when I do Super Shift B, it should open a browser and it doesn't. So maybe because I screwed up my default browser. Where is it? Package.file monitor. March, I assume that you're running 2 extra. Multiple screen, yeah. I think Hypermon. That's the project I wanted. Yeah, I used that in the past and it was awesome. So let's just install it. And after that, we'll be good to go. Oh. Proceed? Yes, proceed, please, proceed. Also, I may have to run upstairs for a package delivery soon. I think it's not the regular Amazon, so I'm guessing they will knock, not just drop it. Oh, we'll see. Did I say the keyword drop? Did I say something like drop? Okay, so let's close this guy with this. So now if I do like this and I do apps and I per month, voila. Cool, so now I have this. Can I move them? Yeah. So I think I want them like this. Can I save? Can I, apply? A? Yeah, nope. Okay, I'm on the first screen. I cannot go like this. Okay, I can go down. Okay, what? Okay, it's a little bit weird. Where is... Where's the, okay, let's close this app. Okay. Is it because I need to be touching like this? So this one, the resolution is this. It looks good. It could be smaller.
Hi.
Hey! With your own voice! Have you started yet? Yeah. Well, we're just starting. I have two screens now. I have my little monitor, so I will be able to have the chat here instead of in the screen. So that's good. But because it's like Homarchi, like it's the tiling system, I just need to adjust something. And I think it's when this is open, I go in R, and let's make it like this. If I do apply, okay, cool. So now I could maybe make it like this. Yeah, that's better. So apply and save and quit. Nice. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, did you land already, Solidev? Awesome. Hello, hello, no. Hello, 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 hello. Did it not work? Ah. First try and you land, Solidev. Awesome. Yeah. I can do that. It's working. We're getting, you know. Just need to have a easier button to drop. Well, I saw that someone were using Nightbot and Stream Elements to play Words of Stream. And look at that, I'm landing too. Someone was using Nightbot and Streams Elements to play wordplay on. Oh, really? Oh, interesting. Well, I saw you were talking about that with Clarkio, right? No, I mentioned your. It's It's AI Wednesday. Wenderness Day. I was trying to type it earlier and I was like, oh, how do you spell that again? That damn day is like a nightmare for dyslexic and not English people. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. It's always cool to see that. Okay, so time to show a little bit what I worked. So yeah, so Super Shift B should be opening the browser, but it doesn't. So my guess is maybe the default is not set before we go. Because I know I will keep hitting those. So if we go key binding, so Super Shift B, it's supposed to be opening the launch browser. So I'm guessing this is not defined, and that's the problem, because Alt B is the private, okay? But I don't see other, like, so there's no conflict, right? Because sometimes when like you have 2 times the same, then you know it doesn't act as you want. But super return works. Super E, does it work? Yeah. So it's really just Super Shift B So I think it's the browser. So I think let's see if the define. I need to move that mouse out because now I'm using two mouses. That's not great. So I think setup. I can go bigger also. I could go in my corner. And maybe config, and maybe in the defaults. Okay. So it doesn't look like it's, that's the problem. Use to customize directory screenshot. I mean, that's good. Although it could be fun to have like a proper folder for the screenshot if I do a lot of screenshot, though I don't think that much. Oops. Yeah, okay, so it's not that. What else could it be? So was it a lot of work to do your digital friends mode, Sardian? Curious. So if I do Alt Super, Brave is there. So maybe if I go Brave, is there like in setting like defaults something? Make default. Ah, that was it. Okay. Brave wasn't the default. Okay. So now we could get cracking. Let's get cracking. How I'm supposed to be using? Oh yeah, I was get cracking. Frank, you need to be more patient. Okay. This, and then we do. Okay. Cool. So let's bring the latest of NotebookMark. Oh, I need VNex. And maybe this, I work on that a little bit. Was it just this version? No, me and Copilot knock it out while the stream was still. Oh yeah, cool. Of the regular mode or the Frank stream mode. Well, you know, I'm sure you'll figure that out. Hello, C Films. I don't know. What are we doing? I don't know. I'm not sure what we'll be working on today. There was one project I started a little while ago, and I did it quickly in Python, and it's working, but I would love to have it in .NET, so we might try to redo it in .NET. But before we go, I want to show some work I did in NotebookMark that contain AI. There's a lot that doesn't contain AI. Oh, so will I be able to show it though? Oh shit. Oh yeah. If I run it locally, it will work. Yeah. My stream has no category? I used Restream today, and on YouTube it was weird also, like it didn't apply the title. Thanks for letting me know. I'll have a look. If I do this. Let me check. Let me check that. So that's the stream. Oh yeah, I don't have any category. You're right. So software. What? Programmation? What's the category's name again? Oh, you know what? Let's cheat. Let's cheat. Let's go with OBS. Or is it again? It's the stream information. I have that. Stream information. It's here. Oh, but it override it. Oh. So there's no category in my stream information. Okay. And on... Wait a second. I should be able to adjust that on the Twitch page, right? Stream manager. It's at stream info. Okay, cool. That should be better. Yeah, software development, yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I was trying to do it through the Restream interface, and I was just like type what you want, and I was like, no, there's one specific. Okay, so I can minimize this. Okay, so that's OBS. Cool. So now I can see it in the corner of my eyes. That's good. I don't want to see Twitch or YouTube because there's always a delay and get confusing. But seeing OBS in the corner of my eyes, it's good. So like if there's something wrong, then I can see that it's not showing what you do. So stream films, I'm not sure. I know you as a streamer, so what do you do as a stream, or do you still stream? Maybe you did already. I'm not doing great. Yes, I still stream. My last was Sunday. So what do you stream about? Is it coding? There you go, Frank. It was a user. Of course it is a user. It's always a user error. Oh, you mean like your friends? Yeah, of course. Not me. You're not saying I was the error. Okay, so let me show you NotebookMark. I did a few change. Oh yes, true, I didn't set it up. So merge tool, that's good. Diff tool, it's good. Editor, let's go VS Code. Terminal, let's go with that for now. Okay, let's move you. Let's move you in Windows 4. So now we have, okay, we are in Windows 4. Let's go back here. Can switch my team later. I landed again, 63, that's good. So your digital friends are getting smarter. They can play drop and words on game. So this is in the project I asked for. Though I can show you that one too. If we go in Dungeon Saver, I think I did the pull. Yes. Yeah. So now if I go here, I can open the terminal. On this keyboard is like that. Too many keyboards, too many computer. I'm a variety streamer. I do code stream. The ERL is chat, right? And sports stream. Okay, cool. Sometimes I'm like, oh, should I do game streaming? And then I'm too shy. So I don't do it. So, oh, that's 2d6. No, I don't want 2d6. Dungeon Saver I can show. Let's do that instead. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Okay. So here we could open the terminal. Cool. Now if I check, yes. Okay, so if I do Python main, okay, cool, and then we'll make it bigger. So I did this. So I want to do it. So that's a screensaver in the terminal. Because I got that idea because we are building the 2d6 dungeon app, companion app, and I was like, oh, that would be cool to see an explorer like exploring like a dungeon, like a map, and I can make that. And when Jeffrey Fritz was talking about the squad, or like, you know, Ralph Loop for Copilot, I was like, you know what, that would be a good project. And I say, hey, you know what, create that, and it just start created. This version is not the way I want it, but it's the one with the best result so far. So the dungeon is fully generated with a seed. So if you want to reproduce the same dungeon, you could do that. I like that idea initially, and that was part of the scope. So it generates everything, and then the explorer will do the thing. Now, I don't think though that's the last version. I'm not sure like if I did correctly the fetch, but yeah, because I don't think it is the. Let's check. Let's check. So if I fetch all, or maybe I didn't push from my computer. Maybe I didn't push. So it's still, so I didn't push because now it's doing the door when they are like kind of like close. They are showing a color, like an integration point, and when they open it, it does something, and you know, like where it's moving, it's getting better. So I like that. 2d6 dungeon. That was Dungeon Saver. I wanted to have okay, so pop, and trash that. I wanted to, so when I asked Copilot to do the same thing, but I was okay, like I want the set of rule from the books 2d6. So like the dungeon is really kind of like generated room by room. Each time you open a door, like you roll dice to create your room and stuff like that. So I was like, that would be fun. It's not great. So the first time I asked for it to do it, it did it in Cargo, and initially it was like not in Cargo, in Rust initially, and like the reason why was like it will be super light, and I was like, you know what, that would be cool, like a reason to explore Rust. But then it wasn't working, and I, you know, looking at the code, it was too much for me to say, oh, I know what it's happening. So I was like, maybe someone will knock at the door. That's my camera. Will they just show the package? Probably. Coming to the door. Yep. Okay then. I could use my what? Sorry, I could use my live stream where they are talking question. Oh, yeah. Why? The reason why? So I work for an AI company. So because this is my work hour, that's my way to feel less guilty. So I do stuff that needs to be AI, and at the same time it's trending, so you know, cool. And on Friday, that's when it's my stream, kind of, so I do whatever I want. If it's working on a game, I work on a game, but there's a lot of AI. But sometimes instead of like being, you know, I see that sometimes like the before, so like using AI to build to code, or your app using AI. So on Wednesday it's more your app using AI, and on Friday it's more using AI as a developer. Because the company I work for, we're offering APIs for vision, for like web searching and stuff like that. So like it's not, well, we could do, like I did many samples to that demonstrate that, but I cannot do that all the time. And like today, if I was about to work for like do stuff for my work, it will be working on slides, and I'm not sure that will be that interesting because next week I have 2 talks. So I'm not sure that will be that interesting to like see me working on slide. So yeah, so on this version here that I did, I don't think, okay, I will move you here. Let's close you. I don't think this version, oh, so I don't need, it will maximize. So yeah, if I do, let's see if it works. Yeah, so that version is, I still need to work on, but that version respects more the rules, so it's regenerating. But right now, like, see, like here, like there's a double wall because like it doesn't understand the overlap. You know, like when you there's a room, you open the door, the room like it's the same wall. How do you say that in English? It's the, I always forgot that word. It's, you know, they're sharing the same wall, right? Those two rooms, so they're not overlapping. So here is trying to not overlap. Here the same thing, that's where there's a space, but then the explorer is in the other room and like he doesn't see the door anymore, so I need to adjust that. So yeah. So that was a little project. I was working with AI on the side. But the thing I want to show you is in NotebookMark, I did a few things that are, I think, pretty cool. So we'll look into that. Whoops. Here, I want to move you. Okay. So NotebookMark is an application that I use every day to take notes. So I don't like to read online like on my screen, so I send those blog posts, those stuff on my Kindle-ish app, my e-reader. I can read them, and then I can take note about what I like or what I think about those blog posts. And every Monday I publish a blog post that are my reading notes, and that tool keep tracks of the blog posts to read that I read with the notes. It can search for us with AI article. It can generate summary, so like all the notes about the blog post are me, like it's my reading notes, and I don't want automation on that part. But making like an introduction paragraph for the thing, that I thought, you know, like it's just like read this and like make an introduction, that I could use AI. So we're using AI for that. And what I did recently is when we did work on that, I will show you first because the code, because I think we may have to see it running. So if I go now in the code, and we go into the AI service, before we were doing HTTP calls, and now we're using agent AI framework. So that was a big change. I changed this, so I'm using that instead now for the research. But I think it was a mistake. Because you cannot specify the domain. Well, I think it's cool to have it that way. But then our UI, I think we're passing domains, so that won't be useful anymore. Or did we use domain? If we look into the, I was doing some research for my talk, and the framework, the agent framework, did change a lot since the release of .NET 10 in December. And I didn't play with it since, so I was like, okay, let's refresh and do stuff. One of my talk is about the options we have as a .NET developer when doing AI. So I was like, I need to refresh like with this current status of the frameworks. So I was doing some stuff, and then oh, that works, cool. And I was saying, okay, cool, you could also do domain, but to do domain, it needs to be to specify the domain. You need to have the web search, and then it's only with like, there was like, you need to be in Azure Foundry, and I was like, no, like I want it to work with all the models. So I was like, oh, that's disappointing. But you could have a specific format and stuff. So I did that, I changed that, but now I just, as I'm sharing with you, not sure it's that great. And the other thing I did, and I totally did it with the help of AI, was I implemented key vault, the keycloak. So now the solution also have keycloak as an authentication system. So let's see, it should work all correctly. So have host, default configuration. Let's see if it works. And we have a doc file because we'll have a few settings to do in the keycloak environment. So while this is building, I will go pick up my my package that the delivery guy dropped. You know, it didn't knock, but I don't want to leave it there too long. So I'll be back in 2 seconds. Okie dokie. Nobody landed? Attention, hello. The cryptographer is trying to catch my attention. Keycloak is failing. Failed to start. No storage. But I guess it's not yet. No, it doesn't. Interesting. Failed to start. Can I move you here? No, it would be bigger. Failed to start. Okay, is it just because it's not there yet? Oh, impossible to find that image? That's weird. Let's try again then. Let's see if that... Did I... By killing it, did I... No. Okay. Failed to start. Oh, what? Import realms. No, that won't work. Why do you say import realms? You shouldn't say that. So maybe I won't be able to show you. It was working on my machine. Classic, right? So I shouldn't have worked on that day then. Oh, that was not a very good day. So first thing I want to see is on the pages, undefined process. No, who said bonjour? That was undefined process. Jeff had. You make them talk. Oh my god. Like they are interested. So if I go search, yeah, damn it. Allow domain PI and block domain. So we have that in the front end. But maybe we can use it. I mean, we can remove it, or we can filter out after. Of course they are interested. Yeah, right. So how does that work on your side? Sorry, Dev, you type something and then like one of your digital friends take it? How does that work? I'm very disappointed that the domain stuff doesn't work. But you know what? One thing we could do is explore if I understood correctly. So yeah, let's validate that. So if we go and we do because, well, yeah, if we go with the go back so to the, oh yeah, that was two things. I'm going everywhere. And the app settings, no, app host, that's why I keep saying app settings in my head and it's app host. So keycloak, but why it's doing import the realms? It shouldn't. So it's not in dev. You could try to see where it goes. If it go here, or if it goes here. Keycloak builder, keycloak, data volume, cross restore. Maybe I don't need the port. Okay, so Surly has a node script that monitor the chat channel. Okay, then takes the text and send it to the intended channel, keeping each channel friends in an array. So it goes around all of them, round robin fashion. So you're finding a new job It's much different to work at MS. Yes. Very different. Very, very different in a good way. Not that Microsoft wasn't great. It's just like I was saying, like, yeah, very different, but not on a bad way. But both are great. It's just very different. Okay, so so I want, before trying again and modifying the code, I want to make sure I understand correctly something, because it will be affecting the code, the code in this project, where I kind of broke it now. I remove features. So if I go in, so summary services, that works nice, and this is why I implemented initially, and for that it works. But I think the research, we might have to continue in HTTP. That's the thing. So here, Microsoft AI agent, perfect. That's what I was looking for. Now if I go into the other screen and we say web search, I think that's the keyword I'm looking for. So now in the Visual Studio stream, we can all take turns. Oh my God. Oh my God. It will be very confusing. I'm not sure. Yeah, it will be very confusing for. Yeah. So yeah, so Azure Agent Framework platform, it work doing that. So web research, and I think I want is domain allowed or block. Let's try to block. Or it should be block ed, I'm assuming. And I need, yeah. You need to have ground with Bing custom search. Yeah, that match what I read. What's that? AI, agent AI. Yeah. So allow domain. Yeah. So to use AI agent, you need to have a big custom search. So you're adding tools and stuff like that. So yeah, that won't work. So I will have to revert some tool. Oh, I mean, it will be good. Let's search. I had one page that I found. Because it was working before. It's working with the, if I go to main, I'll have it and it will work. Yeah, I'll be the host on, well, as long as the questions are self-contained and not 2-3 parts, I guess, yes. Go with not too many friends on next Monday. Though I will be there, so I can vouch for you. I'm one of the hosts next Monday. Forgot who's co-hosting. I think Katie will be with me, and I forgot who else. Whoop. Hey, TBD. Guess what I did? I broke my app.
Oh, no. Hi.
Oh, you have the same voice as Surly Dev. I broke my app, Mr. TBD. Oh yeah, and TBD,
Oh,
but
no.
now the digital friends are all possessed. Possessed. So for like, yeah, I'm trying to say too many things at the same time. No, it's AI related, but it's about me. NotebookMark, right? It's an app here. So it's an app that does a bunch of stuff, and so context, I was reviewing all the different framework for a .NET developer when working with AI, and it's been a few months that I didn't play with Microsoft Agent AI, and I was like, oh, now cool, it works. I could do web search. And my simples, I was doing that, and I was like, great, they can do that, and I can have like a specific format. I was like, oh, you know what? Let's swap in NotebookMark, use this. So if someone want to use another provider of AI, they could, an agent framework, it will work kind of like automatically, right? I was like, let's do that. And I did it initially with the summary. So if summary worked nice, it should work perfectly. But in research, we were specifying domains. So you could say, hey, only look on those website, those domains, because I only want like official stuff. I don't want like Reddit blog post or whatever, or the opposite, right? I don't like. So, but today I was like continuing to prepare my slides for that talk that I have next week, and I was okay, I want a code snippet with like the domain, and I look and was like, okay, I see it. I said, let me try it, because I feel like there's something I don't understand. So I made my version of the code snippet, the page I'm trying desperately to find, and I cannot see it. It was on Microsoft website, but then it was saying in comments in the code snippet, oh, by the way, it absolutely needs to be on Azure Foundry, and you must have an account with Bing grounding something service. I was like, oh crap. So it doesn't work all the time. You need to have like so many dependencies. So thinking that it was all good, I implemented very quickly in the in NotebookMark, and didn't notice that in my conversion done by AI, yes, because I did manually the previous one, and this one was, oh, you just like look at this page, do the same thing. So obviously it did the same thing, and it was like perfect. There's no place where to put the domain, so it's kind of just removed it. And then today I look and I was like, oh yeah, we don't have it. So I removed some feature, and I added keycloak. But for some reason now, but I think it's me that did something wrong with the app hosts, where I probably think I'm in dev, not in development. So it's trying to import a realms and I don't have one. So I think it's just that. So if I run it again, we'll see. I thought the AI comment was directly at us. No. I was saying that. So, is it development? Yes. So, it create the storage, get the API key, start the emulator, do this, do that. Okay. I feel like one package that was supposed to be delivered today won't be delivered today. Okay, so I would be skipping that. Okay, so all did that, but why is it still interesting? Go super 3, boom. So here it's trying start dev import realms. But where's that coming from? Wait a second. No. Just start dev. So where? I don't get it. And also I was thinking about I thought about you. I thought of you during the weekend. I was listening Scott Enselman podcast, and it was a great podcast. Let me share the podcast. Enselman about the fabulous data adventure. This one. Let me put that. So I was listening to that. So fabulous adventure of the data structure algorithm. It's an interview. They talk to that's the author. So they talk and blah blah blah. And anyway, the book seemed very interesting. So I went to look at the book, and I was like, oh, you know what? I can buy the book. So I bought the book, and I'm not sure if it was I think it was for the Valentine's weekend or something like that. If I bought one book, I had another book for free. So I was like, oh, cool. So I look, and I found one for managing engineers, computer engineers, and I was like, oh, and it made me think of you. So I picked that other book that I just started. Oh, I like that. I'm listening to. I don't have it here. Oh yeah. Oh, I think in fact I don't think this week. Yeah, this week I didn't include any podcast episode. Last week I did, I think. Yeah, Future of Software Engineering. Oh, that one was cool too. Okay, so here it's trying to do this. So let's search where that is coming from. So if I do Control Shift F and I nope, it was import, right? What was it again? Import realms. Realm. How do you spell it? Realm. Yeah, no. Okay, so it's nowhere. Interesting. So where is that coming from? Because that's a problem. It cannot start. Okay, let's try, if I go to Aspire.dev, they have a keycloak section, right? Where is the search? I hate when they do that. On the search bar. Where's the search bar? Explorer. Yeah, but why 2 clicks? Give me the search first. Because it worked on the first try on my machine. Okay, let's move you here so I can compare side by side. So, okay, so 8080, we can add it back and make this a little bit smaller so we can have it side by side. So we can add back, okay, let's stop this. So we can add it back, though it's not, we're not working AI stuff right now, though. And then it's adding keycloak. Oh, did I? Yeah. So keycloak. Yeah, add reference, wait for. That's the Blazor app. Whoops. Yeah, realm import. Yeah, with realm import, but we're not doing that. Oh, maybe it is somewhere. Let's Control Shift S. No. So I don't know. That's weird. I mean, we can remove this if we want to try it. I don't get it. Oops. So a bunch of warnings. Okay, let's bring you back to that other screen so we can have here more space for the code. So just warnings, package reference. Okay. So I mean, it should work. And we were in the is development. Could it be in my Elm file? But I'm not using... No, that's the simple. Yeah, I'm not using it. Right? There's not even... No. I'm not like, I don't have anything here. Okay. If I go back to search. Shouldn't be using that anyway. That's the Docker Compose deployment. That's not what I'm doing. Maybe we'll have to ask AI. But we were not supposed to be working that much on that project. Yeah, that's what I thought we'll be working on. Okay, let's try one more time. Not sure what's the, maybe I don't know why it's doing that. And again, it is. Yeah, it is. It is. It is doing the dev environment. If I go, where could I go here? Let's do, no. So I have keycloak running. Okay, initialize the master realm. Create temporary, okay, that's cool. Okay, so that's good. Oh, so what? Oh, interesting. So was it the persistent with data volume? Persist the keycloak data across container at restart. That should only keep stuff if there's something. If there's nothing, or maybe it's a bug. Because if I do that now, I get here, I go admin. To get the password, you click once here, you scroll, you go here. That's also, I wish I could copy the password without displaying it. You need to show it. You know. So now it works. So we could manage realm, and now we could create a new one, and we could call it, if now we have like a step-by-step. Oh, so let's go here instead, and let's go open this, and I will go to Git /note bookmark, and then change the branch for vnex, go to ducks, and then it's keycloak setup. It feel fake, Sturdy Dev, when your digital friends are saying something. Like I feel like you're mocking me. I know there's not bad intention on you, like, or if you're mocking me just like by friendship. I was about to say love, but I know in English it's kind of like whatever. But it feel kind of weird because of that. Because I think it will be a good feature, but then because your digital friend is saying that. Yeah, I love you, digital friends, but yeah. Okay, so now we can follow the instruction. So yeah, that's so like, yeah, they say, do this. So create this, the thing. That's the settings. All of us feel weird. So now we could do this. Say client protocol. So now it just, yeah, so we create a new one. Yeah. Now we create client, so now it's selected, so we could go here, go in client, say want to create a new client. What's the name? It's this. And then we do, it's OpenID Connect. That's good. Access type confidential. I think that's on the next. We need to do this. Client authentication. Cool. So now here is redirect and web origin. The valid redirect needs to be this, though my apps was running on 7060, so I think I should do this instead. 7060 16. It's going to be weird when we all come on this. Indeed. Okay, so now I save. Then I need to go into credentials. I need to copy this. Let's say, how can I paste it somewhere? Do I have like a note? Okay, now I need to configure my app settings. So if I go move you to no, don't worry. Like I said, Serdev, like I know you're. I don't be worried. I didn't. I cannot read all your message. I don't have the good glasses to read on my phone right now. But don't worry. I'm not like. I'm just sharing with you, so you know more. Like I know I like your digital friends. Like they play the game and stuff, and I think it's funny. And now that they talk, I think it's funny. But my first thought when I read like your question, I was like, oh, someone is interested in me. And it's like, no, like it's a bot. Because I thought it was a cool questions, you know, how I feel the difference between Microsoft and working in a startup in AI, like, you know. But then I was like, oh no, it's a fake question. So yeah. Oh, GT, that was so close. But then ask for it. No, so like I assumed it was you because I didn't say anything about that before the stream. Okay, so like yeah, let's be clear. So I assumed it was you, but because it was coming from your digital friends, straight into my head, it was like, oh, this is fake. And then kind of like, because, you know, just when you think like, oh, like they are interested in my content. Oh no, they just want to like, it's spam, or like they're just trying to like sell me something. That's the thing. But I know it wasn't your intention, but that's where my brain went. So if you're doing that on the Visual Studio show, I'm assuming that people who don't know you, they will definitely go there. I think that's why I was sharing with you. So in the let's go secret 2 seconds. I don't think, and that's app host. I need to go in the other one anyway. Yeah, need to go into the here, and I need to create another one. So hopefully you understand what I mean with my great English. Let's go back. Okay, so here I'm putting this here, I think. Whoops. No. It's this that I put there. Voila. And now I need to put, I mean, I can, yeah, that computer is not exposed to internet, so I can paste my key. It doesn't matter if I'm, whoa, that wasn't, oh yeah, Frank Linux terminal means, okay, select again, Control Shift, and now Control V. Cool, so I can save that. Okay, cool, so now I need to go back, bring you back to the other screen. Now we need to create a client, not a client, but a user. So let's go to user. Let's add Frank. Let's create a credential. No, it's a permanent password. So now if I open this, so this login, and now let's super plus plus plus. Voila. So now I have this. If I try to go on the other page, let's go, if I try to go settings, I say, hey, you need to log in. So now I could try my new user. Maybe it's all, I did everything correctly on the first try. That would have been very cool, right? I already forgot my password. Oh no, I need to restart the I need to restart this project. Right? Add the user, it works. Yeah, and I will have to change. That's I was very specific. Let's try it again. So I've tried to log in. Frank. No. Maybe I should reset the password. Reset the password. I did everything correctly, right? But I feel like that's not the explanation I had. I had like a step-by-step before, and it's okay, let's put that, and at some point it got revamped. Okay, let's stop this project. Let's because I wanted to take this, maybe that's how I need to put the settings, right? Is it there? Or it's an app host? It's an app host, right? No, it's here. Okay, so let's open the terminal. Now let's do .NET build project Then we need to do src NotebookMark, and it will be Blazor. So what, did it work? So it's not project on no switch. It's not project? Did I already stop the project? Yeah, I stopped the project. It's not project. Project session. Oh, it's just the file? Okay. So it needs to be just like this. Build this. Okay, it was just that. Okay, so rebuild it. Could we maybe? How can we check? And we'll try to get the API, the base URL in this also. But maybe it's in app dev and app host. I need to put that. Because app hosts. Yeah, I think that maybe is in. I'm confused. Cool. Hello, Frank. I'm logged in. Yay, it works. So now when we search, those block domain and allow domain are useless. And right now, so we can put API key, the URL, and this. And here, okay, cool. So I'm a bit disappointed though because I removed this, but the rest works. So cool. So that's NotebookMark. So let's say you're looking for a blog post. You could search with this. I didn't set up any AI, but it will go fetch based on a topic. Then you could also, if you already know your blog post, let's say we go on my blog right now quickly. Take a blog post, take this. Take the URL, whoops. Yeah, and the little glasses to read. You could inject your stuff here. For me, I have another process. I think I will probably regenerate that soon and like inside this project. Right now I have like something, I think it's running an Azure function or a logic app. Anyway, so you could add like this, boom, and now it create the stuff. If you want to look, it create a title, the URL and the author are there. So now you can take a note. Note is here. And now you can say, oh yeah, that post was about AI and no, forgot what it was. Super cool blog post. Cool, we'll have that. So now we can add tag. That's also new, the tags. I said Kindle, but it's not a Kindle, it's a Kindle app. A blog post, exactly, GT. A blog post. I'm using books. Well, let's go in a bigger. So I'm using this. It's a color device. It's like an Android tablet. Oh, I think I could go bigger than that. Voila, boom. It's like an Android tablet, but e-ink. And right now it's like, because I'm most of the time reading like in the dark, it's not very glowy. But yeah, so it's like this. So you could have your own apps if you want. I go library. You go there, and I can switch then. Okay. Yeah, you see, right? So, come on. Oh, come on. So I could go in my browser, and here I have my own instance of my NotebookMark. So I take notes and stuff like that. In the past, I was using the Kindle, the basic one. And I forgot what was the problem. Yeah. E-ink is like the, no, e-ink is like the, so e-ink now is like, yeah, I had the first Kindle with the keyboard. I love that one, was, and then I had the Paperwhite. Love even more that one, though I was missing a little bit the button. And I switched to that one because I wanted color, because I like to read comics from time to time. When I'm too tired to read text, I read comics or manga and stuff. And on black and white, a lot of things were not great. So I thought, oh, you know what, that would be great. But then I discovered that in the Kindle app, you don't have all the feature that you have on a Kindle device for taking notes and stuff like that. So all my process and script and tools that I had before, because I've been doing that for a long time, taking notes and like pushing my article to my Kindle. But before I was doing that on the Kindle, you just like touch a word and then take a notes, and I was like, that go in a flat file on your Kindle called my clipping, and I was parsing, so I created like a parser for that, and I was just, you know, using that. But on the app, Kindle doesn't share your notes. So I was like, oh, I need something else. And that's when I start thinking about this website, this tool. And at some point I was like, oh, that would be cool. In the future, I could even do like an app. So I could run it on the device, and I could, because right now, like, I need to have internet. But I think maybe this year we could start work on that, where I have my own little database and when I take internet, we could sync and stuff like that. So you know, that could be interesting. And also right now, like I said, to like remove all the ads and stuff from my when I see a blog post, is strip everything and keep only the article. I'm using a tool, and I'm running that library inside an Azure function. It is called by Logic App, because I think it's inside a Logic App. Strip everything and then it convert that in a PDF and send that to Kindle. You know, like it's a long process. I don't need all that stuff, so I could just like work with Markdown or something like that and like save that locally on my device, manage that or something like that. So like there's a lot we could do, I think that could be cool. Yeah, love that. I mean, for a lot of things, like a tablet is great, but at nights when you're just having one end, I think a smaller device is cool. And also like if I'm doing camping, most of the time I won't bring my tablet, but this I will bring. So, you know, I'm not afraid to bring it to the beach. I'm not afraid to bring it like, you know, a little bit more rough environment than like a tablet, or even worse, a laptop. I love that. But like for other stuff, like it's way more interesting. So I end up not really liking reading comics on that device because it's not great. So when I want to read comics, I take my tablet. So the color are punchy and everything. Well, yeah. So if we finish the tour of NotebookMark, so now like see that we took a note, so it's not to read anymore. If we want to see the read blog posts, they are here. And then when you're ready, if I expand this section, we can go at generate summary. That will take all your notes and create a list of all of them by categories and stuff like that. And the category is you selected. And now we could use AI here, but like I didn't configure the AI, so no AI works on this instance right now. But just click this. AI will read all your comments in the title of the, in fact, what AI reads is the markdown of all that. So I read this and create summary, and then I take the HTML, I copy paste it into my blog, because I'm using Blogger, and Blogger doesn't have an API to do that. Otherwise I would probably have push it. Oh, okay. Well, it's better than like having like ChatGPT and all the other stuff, you know, sometimes you see in interviews. I don't know how people are doing it. I don't think I would be willing to have like ChatGPT in an interview if I don't know. Like, you know, like having notes is one thing, right? Kind of like remembering stuff and things like that. But like, it's, oh, can you tell me about blah blah blah? And like you like ask ChatGPT and you made up stuff. You get in trouble after. So I wouldn't lie, but I know it's very hard also. Okay. So that was a very long detour to show like the stuff I worked on offline. I'm pretty happy, and I work with Squad. Did you heard of Squad? I don't know if TBD you're still there, but if you didn't hear yet about Squad, Copilot Squad, it's pretty cool tool. And I work with them. With my squad, I worked on it. Though on Jeff's stream, I was asking because Squad generate bunch of file, and I was worried it was unsecure. And Brady mentioned that he had some stuff to strip it out when you go on main, but I didn't understand, or I didn't like. I was not at my best during the weekend, but yeah. So I still need to figure it out. So if I don't put with data now and I restart it, it should have forgot about it, right? So if I go here, so there's no volume. I have the image, but I don't have any containers. Oh, I have containers? No, I don't. Keycloak is still there? No, right? No. Yeah, okay, that's the image, but here I don't have anything. Okay. Right in the corner. Oh man. You didn't land today. Though at least McNet is not here today to like make fun of you. Last time he kept lending and lending and lending and lending, and you were like, oh, I feel like I will be lending though. No. Okay, so we don't have any container right now. We don't have any volume, so I'm assuming that if I run this again, it should have forget all about the real new we created, right? So then it's when we create the with data volume that it assumes that we import the realms. Yeah, so if I move you to, we are through, so let's go 3. Let's go here. Let's move you back to here. Oh no, okay, so it still failed, but oh, it created though the container. No. Oh, sorry, I'm like, it's not to, okay, initialize a master rhyme, create a temporary username. Oh, so, also it take just time. Okay, so if I go here now, and I go admin, and let's try to find that password. Whoop. Sorry. Password. So if I go manage realm. Okay, so if you completely forgot about my realm. Okay, so that's expected. It works as designed. So now if we go back here and we bring back our with data volume, we shut it down. Though that said, here I have this. But let's see. Let's go here. I need to be a little bit more patient. Apparently this mini PC is not as powerful as my laptop. Who would have... Yeah. It was a cheap laptop. It was a cheap stuff. Okay, so exception occur. Fail to bind the address already existed or in use. What? What are you talking about? Everything is stopped now. Let's do a little .NET clean. And I should use my Teams. Let's see if will I screw up everything? Shouldn't. Oh, it didn't went purple. Oh yeah, it went purple. I'm coding in different languages these days, so I felt like I need visual help to remember. Super shift like this to remember that I'm in which language. So, but I like dark, not too flashy. So yeah. Okay, so I have that. So now I could do F5, see it runs. Oh, I didn't notice the big pound, the big sharp logo. Look like the package I was hoping, I was looking forward the most to get won't arrive today, or it's one of those package that will arrive during the night. Okay, so it's starting stuff. Here it already assigned the address. Let's see the console, see what's happening. Keycloak, updating the configuration, customer provider, if any, please wait. Okay, Keycloak. Is that big enough? Initialize the main schema, initialize master realms, profile dev activated. So this time it all worked. So was it a glitch before? It's the same. You know, start dev import realms is the same as before. But now it doesn't, I did the wrong, I need to go in 8080. obviously it won't remember my my realms, but if I create it now, it will remember it the other way, the other day, the other shot, when we relaunch the solution. Oh my god, am I getting tired? It's possible. Yeah, so manage realm, we don't have anything, but if we start creating it, it will stay there because we create it. Maybe it was a glitch. I don't know. It feels weird. I'm trying to think what it could have been. You know, why it wasn't working. Was it because downloading the image was long? Interesting. So now, the thing I will have to do now is try to make that work in prod, because that's another game, like configuring keycloak with like a proper certificate and stuff. And like, I think my docs also need work. I had the better docs, and I'm pretty sure when I ask Copilot to like kind of like, hey, just refer this into the this, I think it touched again that, and I didn't see it. Maybe if I check in my history of that file, I will. Not that file, in the docs. Yeah. Maybe I did delete the other one. So I'll have to look. There was two files and I didn't understand why. So maybe he created one. I had mine that I liked and I deleted the bad one. On this machine, yeah, I'm using Docker because Docker came installed. You still haven't experiment with Docker? What do you mean? Like you're not using Docker? Like never? Never used it. Oh, it's a cool tool, honestly. On my like on the laptop, I'm using Punman. I really like it because like it's least privilege and stuff like that. It's a little bit more secure apparently. And, I wanted to experiment with it, but on this Omachi system, Docker was already installed, so I didn't install it, though I could install it. I'm not sure if yeah, I don't want this. I'll have to check how to install it. Like, yeah, maybe just like a yay, but that will be just a CLI. Are you more AI or automation? That's a good question. I touch a lot of things, but for my AI, it's more development. That said, recently I did create. Oh yeah, that was one thing we could have worked on. I created like a new node for N8N that use visions. I could have showed that. Alright, let's try that quickly. If I do N8N, though I think I had like no. Wait, what? Oh yeah. Okay. Let me log in and I will show you. How can I? Oh man. No, I won't. Okay. I want to see what I'm looking for. Okay, so I think it's this. So it was. Two-factor authentication. Okay, cool. So we can close this window and cool. Can bring this here. So if I create a new workflow, oh no, I want to create a new workflow. Okay, so let's add a manual trigger. So what I did is, oh, it's a little bit small. No, it's not too small. It's kind of small. So do you know N8N C films? So I created this Recavision. It's an official approved stuff. So you could update it, confirm. Oh, that was done via npm. Oh, okay, so if I go in settings, if I go community nodes, if I uninstall it, okay, now if I go back here and I search for it, cool, so we see it's verified, approved by N8N. I don't know, I don't know my tool for zooming on this, but I'm assuming you can see that here. So I was pretty happy about it. So you can install this. Let's verify. Cool. So now we could create a clip. So I could just like, boom. So just like that. And you select your credential. You put your API key here. Let's put random stuff for now. And obviously it couldn't connect because I didn't put the valid key. But now you could just put your URL of a video. Let's go on YouTube. Or should I have done, let's say, .NET. video. This one, oh, my ex-manager. Let's take that video.
What you're looking at here is a .NET framework.
Awesome. So we could just paste that here, but like in fact what you could do is like you could use that. So this, and now you could say, hey, I want to change my aspect ratio, so I want vertical. I would like to have subtitle burned in and stuff like that, and when you run it, it will create a short video. So that works. Fun things is like right now, see how it's like the logo is white on black. So if we switch, I think it's in personal. If I go light team, I didn't save it, but like hit switch, I'll show the logo. You're a data analyst, data scientist, database, data visualization. So my background, I started as a DBA, so I'm like close to data. So the automation part of me came through like the processes in the database, CTL and things like that. And after that, I used Logic App and Power Automate to bring data, transform data, inject data in other systems. I did a lot of integration, BizTalk also, and more recently discover N8N, but felt right at home. So that's why I did a lot of automation. So I'm using it a lot to collect data from YouTube and things like that, and do stuff because I'm a DevRel. So I want to know if like that video, or I'm managing at Microsoft. I was kind of involved in like 30 channels. I don't want to open like 30 different channel to get the data, and then you want to cross over. So I built a tool that collect all that data in one place. Yeah. And I've been doing web for a long time in .NET. I did also work on Windows long time ago. Yeah, so here like that's one thing you could do. So I will create this, create your reel, and then like we'll create short. It will automatically generate clips from your long video. And now that you have the node, that's cool. Do you know the DAB, the Data API Builder? So that's an open source project. Let me share. How do I alt? Oops. I was looking for the GitHub repo. Boom. Data API Builder is a pretty cool tool. So what it does, it creates an API for data-driven websites. So you could just, if you're using containers, you could install it if you want, but if you're using containers or something like, or if you're using Aspire or in .NET, if you're using Aspire, you don't need to be in .NET anymore, it's true. But if you're using Aspire, just say, hey, I want DAB, and then you could define. So when you have your database, you create like it will just. Okay, let me start from Stride. So we say the easiest way to like if you want everything mapped like by magic. I think your first experience created like a database with 2-3 tables and like do those steps. So you install the CLI, or you could read the docs and then do it manually or with other tools, but it will then read the database and will prepare a JSON document, and that JSON document, when you run, you say data in it, it will create that structure and generate a REST API or a GraphQL API based on your data. So then your website, you just talk to that API. You don't have to do the API stuff. Okay, so like it's one. I thought like you're building multiple stuff, so that's why like the API. Well, like that would be cool. So like having the DAB, you could have the decoupling. So then if at some point you want to change your database, you could change your database without having all the permission. And like with GraphQL, you could do a bunch of different query differently and stuff like that. So like you have an, end tier. So you have an API in the middle that could do a bunch of different stuff. So it's not in your code. And you could have security and all that thing. It's very, very cool. And like you have a environment to test it if you want and stuff like that. I most of the time use it for in a dev container. In a container, so I don't even have my database running. I don't have an API running. I just say, hey, create those. A good example of that. Let's open here. That we work on the stream was 2D6 Dungeon, the game I was talking earlier. If I go F Boucher. I hate when I start a new on a new computer and it doesn't remember all my research. You start typing usually in like the URL you go often, they pop. I don't have that because it's a brand new computer. So 2D6 Dungeon app. This project, I'm using an API container. So I have a database that I created with a script, but then I don't like the API is built automatically. I don't create that. So when I want, let's say I want like all the weapons, I just say weapons, and then I have all the weapons. And if I want to change or something like that, you just like call it an API, and it's all done for you. You don't have to code those APIs or the stuff. Oh, that's cool. You're a smart guy. McFly. Is it on GitHub? Hey McNet, how are you? It's what I'm using. Is it your stuff? Fly through the shell of it? No, it's not. It doesn't look like Matt's. Oh, I'm assuming this. Oh, that's cool. You'll be surprised, McNet, what's happening on this stream. The chat has been possessed. Well, yeah, if you're interested, have a look into that. It's free. It's an open source project. It was created by people involved at Microsoft. Really cool project. I did a bunch of videos so that explain that. If you go on YouTube, and we search open at Microsoft tab here. Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Signatures in.
So I wonder if I install Punman CLI, is it just a way to talk to Docker? Oh, while container are Linux, Punman also run Mac and Windows. Punman CLI embed the guest Linux system. Oh, no. Yeah, but like I am on. If you have problem when running Punman in rootless mode, try to follow these instructions. But if I install the CLI, is it, I wonder. You didn't land. Phew! I don't think GT landed today, McNet. And we were talking about you earlier, saying like at least McNet is not here to land each time, like last week. Did you brought all your digital friends though, Solidev? I feel like there's a lot of people. Undefined process. And of course, it's a digital friends that land. You know what? Let's try to all but one. Yeah. Okay. Let's try to see if we can install. Hey. So I fixed my issue with the, well, I didn't fix, it wasn't an issue. The McNet, but I cannot type and so fix my problem that I had with like the speaker and the mic and the second screen. So now I have my second screen. It's just, can I show it? Maybe I can show it. It's here. I was trying to use a USB second screen and it's not working great. So now I'm using a HDMI second screen. It works great. I feel my setup on my desk could be better, but that's another thing. And I have, I can show it here. Let's go here. So it's a, I thought it was cool. It's a USB bar, but with a speaker and a mic. So that's kind of cool. So now if I want to type, I could just like, I think it was Super Alt D, say, hey, what's up? And then it types it. Because the mic works. And now apparently we just installed Punman. Oh no, it's Punman PS. There's no container. And if I do Punman PS-A, do I see? No, okay. So yeah, I wonder if like but now I have Docker. So yeah, I wonder how that works. How they coexist. We'll see. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I don't have anything yet. Well, yeah, so pretty cool. So did I change anything yet? Oh, I removed the port. Before I was using port, now I just put that. Okay, I'll have to look. Oh, stop, so you don't land. I will let you land. I will let you land. Don't worry. Let's close this guy. I think we'll wrap it up. I'm getting tired. Yay! Yay! Let's wrap it up. See the scores of today. 52, I think it's a good score. So today we did work on NotebookMark after all, even if it was kind of AI, not just AI though. Well, I think it was more fun than working on co-author. Co-author, I need to clean that project before we start working on this, or we start from scratch. So the first human is SurlyDev with 11. Though I think he did it first try, then McNet with like the very most recent score of 53. And after that, there's me with 63. And then bunch of digital friends with undefined process, winning today's stream with 98. But that's the digital friends. They count, we love them, but yeah. And we have the show notes. So all those show notes, you will find them on Behind My Cloud. And I can close this. Nope, that wasn't what I was hoping to do. Was this, not this. I do it like that, like this. Cool. So, and yeah, today the digital friends were possessed. They start talking and asking questions and stuff like that. You missed that part, McNet. But thank you all for joining today. Hopefully, see films. We'll see you again. And if you stream, hopefully I will catch one of your streams. So I should open this. I could open your page. Oh, I'm not on Twitch. That's why it's not working. Let me do that before I close the stream.
For an hour, I said, was it red?
Stream thingy, because by mistake I closed my Twitch stream thing. There you go. Boom. Boom. So now I have your URL. Cool. So yeah, thank you everybody for joining. It was very nice having you. Thank you for all the digital friends who ask very smart questions. Looking forward to see you another day. And I will be streaming Friday. And maybe continue to work on the NotebookMark, or maybe we could work on the screensaver also. I think that could be cool, like chill kind of thing. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, have fun, good evening, and I will see you in 2 days. Bye.